Bookkeeping is not the flashiest side hustle in the world, but it might be one of the most practical. Small businesses everywhere need help keeping their books clean, and a lot of owners hate doing it. That creates an opportunity for organized people who are willing to learn the basics and serve local or online clients. Today I'm breaking down how to start a bookkeeping side hustle, what skills you need, how to get clients, and whether this can realistically turn into serious income. Every business has financial activity. Money comes in, money goes out, expenses need to be categorized, accounts need to be reconciled, invoices need to be tracked, and records need to stay clean for taxes. Most small business owners are not excited to do any of that. That's why bookkeeping exists as a business service. You're helping a business stay organized financially so the owner can focus on running the business. And here's the best part for a side hustle. A lot of bookkeeping work can be done remotely, on flexible hours, with recurring monthly clients. That means it's not just one-off hustle money. It can become predictable income. Let's clear something up. Bookkeeping is not the same thing as being a CPA. Bookkeepers record and organize financial transactions, reconcile accounts, prepare reports, keep systems clean, and help maintain financial order. CPAs and tax professionals handle tax strategy, tax filing, financial audits, and deeper advisory work. There is overlap in the ecosystem, but they are not the same job. That distinction matters because a lot of people assume they can't do bookkeeping unless they have an accounting degree. That's not true. You do need training and accuracy, but you do not need to be a CPA to be a good bookkeeper. You also need to know your limits. As a bookkeeper, you should avoid acting like a tax or legal advisor unless you're qualified to do so. Before you take on a single client, learn the basic language and workflow of bookkeeping. You need to understand income, expenses, assets, liabilities, equity, accounts payable, accounts receivable, reconciliations, chart of accounts, profit and loss statements, and balance sheets. That sounds intimidating, but the fundamentals are learnable. There are plenty of affordable online courses, YouTube channels, and bookkeeping certifications that teach the basics. QuickBooks Online has training resources, so do organizations like Intuit and other bookkeeping education platforms. The key is not becoming a finance professor. The key is becoming competent enough to keep clean books and explain basic reports to a business owner clearly. Most small businesses use software, not spreadsheets. QuickBooks Online is probably the most common tool in the space, so it's a smart place to start. Xero is another strong option. Some businesses use Wave or industry-specific systems. If you're going to sell bookkeeping services, you should become very comfortable with at least one major platform. Learn how to connect bank feeds, categorize transactions, reconcile accounts, generate monthly reports, and clean up messy books. Software fluency increases your confidence and makes you much easier to hire. This is where people can make their lives easier or harder. General bookkeeping for any business is possible, but a niche is often smarter. Pick a business type you understand or want to learn deeply. Contractors, real estate agents, coaches, e-commerce stores, restaurants, service businesses, therapists, photographers. When you know the rhythm of a specific type of business, you become more valuable. You understand common expenses, how revenue comes in, what systems they use, and what problems they usually have. Niche positioning also makes marketing easier. It's simpler to say, I help contractors keep clean books and understand their numbers, than I do bookkeeping for anyone. You need to know what you're actually selling. A simple beginner bookkeeping offer might include monthly transaction categorization, bank reconciliation, profit and loss statement, balance sheet, and a monthly check-in summary. You might also offer cleanup work for messy books, catch-up bookkeeping for businesses behind on their records, invoicing support, or accounts payable management depending on your skill level. Price can be monthly flat rate or project-based. Monthly recurring packages are attractive because they create predictable income. Cleanup projects can be higher ticket one-offs. Start simple. You don't need a complicated service menu. You need a clear offer that solves a problem. A lot of bookkeeping clients come from relationships and trust. People are letting you near sensitive financial information, so credibility matters. Start with your network. Ask if anyone knows a small business owner behind on their books. Reach out to local service businesses. Connect with tax preparers and CPAs who don't want to handle routine bookkeeping themselves. They can become referral sources. Use LinkedIn if you're targeting professional service businesses. Use Facebook groups if you're targeting local entrepreneurs. Reach out directly to small businesses that clearly need help, but do it professionally. You can also freelance on Upwork, but long-term direct clients are usually better than chasing low-budget gigs forever. Your first few clients may come from offering a strong introductory rate or a smaller scoped project. That's fine. Early on, credibility and case studies matter as much as profit. Small business owners don't just want someone who understands bookkeeping. They want someone reliable, someone who replies, someone who meets deadlines, someone who doesn't disappear when month-end comes around. If you say reports will be ready by the 5th, deliver them by the 5th. If a reconciliation issue needs clarification, ask clearly and early. If you find something concerning, communicate it professionally. Reliability is how you get referrals. And in bookkeeping, referrals are gold. Once you have a few monthly clients, this side hustle can become real recurring income. 3 clients at a few $100s a month each is meaningful. 5 to 10 clients can become a part-time income. Beyond that, you may need systems, subcontractors, or a decision about whether to go full-time. You can also raise your rates as you specialize and get better. A bookkeeper who understands contractor job costing, e-commerce sales tax issues, or real estate transaction flows can charge more than a generic beginner. This is one of those side hustles that rewards consistency and trust more than hype. Don't take clients before you understand the basics. Don't promise tax advice you aren't qualified to give. Don't ignore security. Use secure systems for client information. Don't underprice forever out of insecurity. And don't try to serve every kind of business if you can avoid it. The cleaner and clearer your service, the easier it is to build momentum. Starting a bookkeeping side hustle is not about chasing some glamorous business model. It's about solving a constant problem for small business owners in a way that's useful, recurring, and scalable. If you're organized, teachable, and dependable, this can become a solid stream of income. Subscribe to Off Clock Hustle for more practical side hustle ideas that actually make sense. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.